Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So shout out to everyone who is in the building early. If you guys can hear me, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot hear me, give me a thumbs down or an angry face, and I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building, all right? Shout out to Lloyd Sky 9. Shout out to Miss Nisi. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Shout out to Ty Valentine. Shout out to John Guillory. Shout out to PD That Remains. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Shout out to Shamika Gray. Shout out to Tony Taylor. Shout out to DC Precise. Shout out to my man Bronze the God. What's good with y'all? What's good? Hopefully everything is going good for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that last stream. We got a lot of stuff to talk about over here on this one, all right? Because as everybody knows, Nikki Haley is in oblivion, but she doesn't know yet. She's oblivious to her own oblivion, which is interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this stuff that Trump said during his victory address. We're going to see what Trump said during his victory address. The other thing that we're going to try to figure out is what Tim Scott is doing the entire time. You see that? Pause. Look at your boy, Tim Scott. What you doing, Tim? Tim? What are you doing, sir? What's going on with Tim back there? He did. Now, I don't know if he's aware, you know what I'm saying, but this is a victory party for Trump. This is not one of them P. Diddy parties. But I think that Tim Scott thinks that he's at one of them P. Diddy parties. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're doing, bro, but you need to stop. All right, let's get it.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Whoa. Well, I want to thank everybody. This is a fantastic state. This is a great, great state. You know, we won New Hampshire 3 times now. Three. We win it every time. We win the primary. We win the generals. We won it, and it's a very, very special place to me. It's very important. If you remember in 2016, we came here and we needed that win, and we won by 21 points, and it was great. And today, I have to tell you, it was very interesting because I said, wow, what a great victory. But then somebody ran up to the stage all dressed up nicely when it was at 7. But now I just walked up and it's at 14. But she ran up when it was 7. And, you know, we have to do what's good for our party. And she was up and I said, wow, she's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win. She lost. And, you know.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Nikki Haley is delusional. She's delusional. I've seen delusional people before. But the level of delusion that Nikki Haley runs with is just mind-blowing. She did some, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, she did something similar to a victory speech, but she lost. How many people have ever heard of victory speeches for losers? If you guys have ever heard of a victory speech for a loser, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have not heard of a victory speech for a loser, then give me a thumbs down. She did the victory speech for a loser. Some of the most bizarre stuff that I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anything like this.
Last week, we had a little bit of a problem. And if you remember, Ron was very upset because she ran up and she pretended she won Iowa. And I looked around. I said, didn't she come in 3rd? Yeah, she came in 3rd. And then I looked at the polls. He was talking about most winnability, who's going to win. And I had one put up. I don't know if you see it, but I have one put up. We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against against crooked Joe Biden, almost every poll. And she doesn't win those polls. And she doesn't win those. This is not your typical victory speech, but let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night. She had a very bad night.
Oh, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, facts. Delusions of grandeur. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Wait, you'll see.
Right. And you have the now very unpopular governor of this state. This guy, he's got to be on something. I've never seen anybody with energy. He's like hopscotch. And I'm watching this guy, and 2 weeks ago he said, we're going to win in the landslide. We're going to win. About 3 days ago, so I said, well, we want to do well. That's a big difference. But I walked out just now, we're 14 points up, and I don't know what it's going to be. But when she was up here, it was like 6 or 7. And, with like 7% of the vote counted. Now, let me just tell you, we had an unbelievable week last week in Iowa. We set a record. It was the best in the history of the caucus, in the history. And I remember I sort of had the same feeling. I'm up and I'm watching, and I said, she's taking a victory lap. And we beat her so badly. But Ron beat her also. Ron came in second.
Now, check this out, right? I want y'all to think about this. Nikki Haley didn't drop out. She lost, but she's still running. My question that I think that people should be curious about is, who is financing Nikki Haley? What it seems like to me is that there's people on both sides that really are invested in seeing her win. But it's interesting that there's people that are invested from both sides that want to see her win. These things are usually, pretty polarized. It's very rare that you see something like that. But Nikki Haley's got a lot of, if you ask me, undeserved support. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
And he left. She came in third, and she's still hanging around. The other thing, she only got 25% of the Republican votes. I don't know if you saw that. Tremendous numbers of independents came out because in this state, because you have a governor that doesn't frankly know what the hell he's doing in this state, in the Republican primary, they accept Democrats to vote. In fact, I think they had 4,000 Democrats before October 6th. They already voted. Now they're only voting because they want to make me look as bad as possible. Because if you remember, we won in 2016. And if you really remember, and if you want to play it straight, we also won in 2020 by more. And we did much better in 2020 than we did in 2016. But as they said, we lost by a whisker, just by a whisker. No. But we can't let that happen. You have to have people that speak up. I said, I can go up and I can say to everybody, oh, thank you for the victory. It's wonderful. Or I can go up and say, who the hell was the imposter that went up on the stage before and claimed a victory? She did very poorly, actually. She had to win. The governor said, she's going to win. She's going to win. She's going to win. Then she failed badly. Now I have here, if he promises to do it in a minute or less, but the only person more angry than, let's say me, but I don't get too angry, I get even. The only person, because he was there and he did fantastically well, by the way, and then he endorsed me. And we don't have to talk about Tim Scott, who, by the way, just got engaged. We have to tell you. And that's more important than all of this stuff.
They say that they say that Tim Scott's fiance is fake. If you guys think that Tim Scott's fiance is fake, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think that it's the real thing, then give me a thumbs down.
But a man that got to know her very well is Vivek. I said, Vivek, go up and say a few words about it. He has to do it in 1 minute or less. And then we're going to just say, we had one hell of a night tonight. And one other thing before Vivek comes, do you see that poll? We're going to put it up. We have beaten Biden. You could almost say, who can't? Who the hell can't? The man can't put two sentences together. He can't find the stairs off a stage. Who can't? But Vivek, 1 minute or less. Go do it, Vivek.
What we saw tonight is America.
Man, that's crazy, man. Trump got two, a black dude and a brown dude, in love with him on stage. Just think about that. Tim Scott looked extremely happy to be behind him. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Trump touched Vivek Ramaswamy, he had the Colgate smile. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of these optics? What do you guys think of this scenery? This is ridiculous. I got something better for you guys to look at. Who's got Twitter in here? You guys see what the bot says? Follow M.A.G.A.TRON on Twitter by using this link. If you guys are not following M.A.G.A.TRON 645 on Twitter, please take a moment and follow that account. That'll give you a break from looking at these two clowns.
First, defeating America last. That's what we saw tonight. If you want America last, you can go to Joe Biden. You got another candidate still apparently in the Republican primary. Cut your Social Security to fork over more money to Ukraine so some kleptocrat can buy a bigger house. Go to Nikki Haley. But you know who delivered a double-digit victory tonight? It is a double-digit victory as of right now. Is this man, Donald J. Trump, the leader of America First.
Man, could you imagine riding it that hard? I never could. Sorry. It's crazy that there are males in the world that are willing to conduct themselves. To me, what's the difference between this and putting a skirt on for some money? Seriously, I want to know from everybody in here, everybody that's watching, what's the difference between this and putting on a skirt for pay? Doing that stuff that Cat Williams was talking about. What's the difference, y'all? This is ridiculous. These two, Tim Scott and Vivek Ramaswamy, should be embarrassed of themselves. And they need to lay off of calling themselves men for a while until they remember how to act like it.
And that means something. Now, USA and Donald Trump, America First. Now, I got 30 seconds left. I want to make this point here, okay? We got to say this. We got to say this right. What we see right now with her continuing in this race is the ugly underbelly of American politics, where the mega donors are.
Facts. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Brooklyn Queen says that they're all wearing panties right now. Yeah, they all wearing support hose right now. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Trying to do one thing when we the people say another. And it's up to us, to we the people, to at long last say, hell no, we the people create a government that is accountable to us. And we the people have said tonight, we want, again, as we did in Iowa, Donald J. Trump. And so you want to actually speak truth. That's the truth tonight. And the only thing they're rooting for, and ugly that we don't want to see happen, that's what these people are rooting for, is playing to say long enough so the Reid Hoffmans and the ugly Democratic George Soros Jr.'s who are funding the lawsuits against Trump can prop up their puppet. We say no to that vision. I say the general election begins tonight, and this man will win it in a landslide. God bless you, Donald J. Trump. Vote Trump USA.
Man, that's crazy to compete for second place and be so excited about it. Man, what's the difference between Vivek and Nikki Haley? Everything that Trump said about Nikki Haley, what out of all of that doesn't apply to this clown right here? What a clown. This not moving like a CEO, man. This is the guy that prides himself on being a CEO and all that. Let me ask you guys this. Is he moving like a CEO? Is this how CEOs move? I've never seen a CEO move like this.
Very nice. Wasn't that nice? So This was a great evening, and I want to thank everybody in the audience, and I want to thank the people that are standing behind me. You know, I think we called it right. Immigration is a big deal, a very big deal. We have millions and millions of people flowing into our country illegally. We have no idea who the hell they are. They come from prisons and they come from mental institutions, and it's just killing our country. And I'm talking about millions and millions and millions. They are drug dealers. They're everybody. And they come in just like walking right through. There's nobody to check and there's nobody to vet. And we have a man with us tonight, Tom Homan, who is central casting. He's central casting. And I'd like you to say a few words about the border and who's going to solve that problem and how quick are we going to do it, Tom? Go ahead, please.
Look, I worked for 6 presidents down around Reagan, and every president I ever worked for did something to secure the border. But no one did more than President Trump. The most secure border in my lifetime. The most secure border we've ever seen. And Donald Trump's going to do it again. We're going to lock the border down, and we're going to protect Americans. Because what's happening at the border right now, a record number of Americans have died from fentanyl poisoning. A record number of migrants have died. A record number of women and children to sex traffic. A record number of known suspected terrorists across the border. There's one man who's proven he can secure the border, and he's standing to my left, Donald J. Trump. He's going to do it again.
Thank you very much, Tom. So this is an evening that I will not forget because it's the 3rd time. But more importantly, I think it's going to be the most important time. We won both. It was I think somebody said you rarely, if you win both, they've never had a loser. Let me put it that way. When you win Iowa and you win New Hampshire, they've never had a loss. There's never been. So we're not going to be the first, I can tell you. And I just do want to reiterate the polls. We're way up on everybody. We're way up on Biden. And over the last couple of months, if you check, and you have to remember, in 2016, they were saying, oh, what does he know about elections? He's not going to win. He can't win. He can't. Well, we won. And we got millions, and you can check this, and I hope the cameras don't turn off because I hate this, but we got millions and millions of more votes the second time. Right, Mr. Congressman? Millions and millions of more votes. And but we had COVID, and they used COVID to cheat, and they did a lot of other things too. We're not going to let that happen. And that's still going along. We don't forget. You can never forget history, because if you forget, you never recover from it. And
oh, that's interesting. Words of wisdom from M.A.G.A.TRON. I think that everybody in here should take what he just said, but take it different than how he said it. If that makes sense, give me some flames in the chat. If you don't get it, then you probably shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Because I actually agree with that, but probably not in a way that he would like very much at all. You know what I mean?
you repeat, and we're not going to repeat. We're going to have the greatest election success. We're going to turn our country around. If you take a look throughout the history of our country, if you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of this not great country right now, it's a country in decline. It's a troubled country. It's a failing country, frankly. But if you took the 10 worst presidents and put them together, the 10 worst, absolutely 10 worst. I used to say 5. Remember, I started, I'd say 5. Then I said, wait a minute, we can add another 5. They would not have done the damage that crooked Joe Biden has done to our wonderful country. They would not have done the damage. There's never been anything like it. And you say, are they stupid people? I don't think so, because nobody can cheat that well if they're stupid. Do they hate our country? They must hate our country, because there's no other reason that they can be doing the things they do. Take a look. The taxes, they want to raise your taxes times 4. They want to let the Trump tax cuts, the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country, they want them to expire. Your taxes are going to go through the roof. You take a look at regulations. They're throwing regulations. You can't breathe. You can't even breathe with what they're doing. You take a look at our border. So bad. There's never been a border like this in the world. 4 years ago, we had the safest, best border in the United States. I built hundreds of miles of border wall. And they would say, oh, he didn't build hundreds of miles, because if there's a board laying on the ground, they say that's a renovation. They call it a renovation. If there's 2 nails laying from 50 years ago, they say, oh, that was a renovation. These are very dishonest people, and you're always fighting them. And just a little note to Nikki. She's not going to win. She's not gonna win. But if she did, she would be under investigation by those people in 15 minutes. And I could tell you 5 reasons why already. Not big reasons. a little stuff that she doesn't want to talk about, but she will be under investigation within minutes. And so would Ron have been, but he decided to get out. He decided to get out. Now, Vivek, I don't think would be at all because he's perfect, right? And Tim Scott, I know would never. That's no chance. Hey, Tim, do you want to say something? Come on, come on. I want him to say something. Look,
New Hampshire.
Now, are you guys ready? You guys ready? Look at that. Look how happy. Look how happy. Look how happy. That's pretty damn happy, ain't it? Pretty happy. What's up with Tim Scott? What's up with you, Tim? You think his fiance would be okay with that? Him being that happy? Being touched by them people? You guys got your barf bags?
chance. Hey, Tim, do you want to say something? Come on, come on. I want him to say something. Look,
New Hampshire. The president said a double-digit win in New Hampshire, and you delivered a double-digit win for President Trump. Well, I'm going to invite you to my home state starting tomorrow, where this election is over. It is time for the Republican Party to coalesce around our nominee and the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. Let's get that party started tonight.
Man, he's hype. He's hype. Are you guys as hype as him?
what a good guy. What a good man he is. But just remember, I did hear Nikki say, and now it's off to South Carolina. Well, I love South Carolina. I love it. But, you know, she forgot one thing. She forgot one thing. Next week, it's Nevada. Next week, it's Nevada. It's not South Carolina. We love South Carolina, but next week, it's Nevada. And I'm pleased to announce we just won Nevada. We just won 100%. Because all of them, they looked at it and they took polls, and I was polling at 95% to 4 or 5%. And they decided not to play in Nevada. So we just won Nevada. We have a man from Nevada here, Steve Wynn, wherever he may be. And John Paulson, the great John Paulson, made plenty of money in Nevada. Doesn't live there, but he makes a hell of a lot of money. He makes money everywhere he goes, actually. So money machine. Maybe we'll put you, you know what? Put him at Treasury. You want to make a little money? Let's put you. Anyways, good to have you guys. But we go to Nevada, and that's been won. So we pick up all of those delegates. And then we do go to South Carolina, where we've done really well, where I've done well. We have a great governor and lieutenant governor and great everything, because almost every one of them have endorsed me. 2 great senators, which is hard. I mean, did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
Do we need to say any more? Do we need to say any more? Pause. What?
Why are you gay?
You ain't black.
Idiots! I'm surrounded by incompetent idiots!
Oh, yeah. Shout out to my man Bronzy God. He told us they was tooting up. Tooting it up. Some things just leave you speechless. Would you guys agree? Some things just leave you speechless. Sometimes you just get left speechless. You just kind of see certain things and it's like, eh. Well, all right. Some things just leave you speechless. Make the nonsense make sense. I'm telling you guys, in most cases, you can't. In most cases, it's extremely hard to justify most of this nonsense. It's extremely hard to justify it. Now, I got a question for you guys. One of the things that I want to do with this channel is I want to try to live stream the events, and I want to try to cover as much news as it comes out as possible. Okay. If you guys are interested in that, and that's something that you guys will be, you know what I'm saying, down to be checking out, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If that's not something that you're interested in, give me a thumbs down. I want to cover this stuff all the way until the actual election on both sides, Trump and Biden. Compare what they say. Got it all down in videos. Then when they start lying, once either one of them wins, then we can go back and get them on their own words. You know what I'm saying?
Shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician. That's why he's a great politician.
Shout out to Katsy. What's good with it, Katsy?
So this is a great evening, and it is, we are going to Nevada for a little while. We're not going to have to do too much. We have a great team there, but it's a team that we can now send someplace else. They did a fantastic job, but and it's a fantastic place, really a fantastic place. But we'll be leaving there very quickly. We'll head out to South Carolina, where I think we're going to win easily. I think we're 50 points up, 5-0. 5-0, 50 points up on a person that was governor. That tells you something. But I felt I should do this because I find in life you can't let people get away with bullshit. Okay, you can't. You just can't do that.
No, that's interesting. Do you guys agree that you just can't let people get away with bullshit? I agree, actually, with that. But again, like I said, from my perspective, what that looks like is not something that I think that Donald Trump would really be happy about. However, I agree with the sentiment. What do you guys think?
And when I watched her in the fancy dress, it probably wasn't so fancy. Come up, I said, "What's she doing? We won." And she did the same thing last week, but he was much more angry about it than I was. I said, "Get up there and you let him know. We are going to win this. We have no choice. If we don't win, I think our country is finished. I do. I believe our country is finished. We have.
I want to know why Tim Scott is so concerned with being directly behind him. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but Tim is like a shadow. He's like literally shadowing him. What's up with that? Do you guys find that odd? I find that odd. He's literally shadowing him from the back. Like, what are you doing, bro? And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please take a moment and smash that like button. That's extremely important. If you guys haven't hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, we're trying to get to 500 subs. We need everybody to subscribe and hit the bell twice. We got 31 people watching and we got 22 likes. Let's get the likes to 40. And also, if you're not subscribed to my Twitter channel, hit the link that the bot puts into the chat. Okay?
Much more angry about it than I was. I said, "Get up there and you let him know. We are going to win this. We have no choice. If we don't win, I think our country is finished. I do. I believe our country is finished. We have an opportunity to do.
So if Trump doesn't win, the country is finished. If the Democrats don't win, it's the end of democracy. What it seems like is that we're dealing with a problem that neither the Democrats or the Republicans have the answer to. And it seems like what the Democrats and the Republicans are telling us is that the results will be the same regardless of who gets elected. One of them is going to end democracy. The other is going to save the country from what?
Do something so amazing. And the good news and the reason we have such support, the best numbers I've ever had, the reason we have support is because they are so bad at what they're doing and so evil, and they're destroying our country. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank this group of people. We will never forget you. We will never forget. And I made a pledge. I made a pledge to your state that you have the highest energy costs in the country. In the first year, they're going to be reduced by 50% because we are going to drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. Inflation's going to come way down, but in the first year, your energy costs are going down by 50%.
All right, so there's that. All right, so we got it. All right, so now if he does end up becoming a president, we'll see what he does, and we'll see what he doesn't do. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what he manipulates versus what he doesn't. We're gonna have all the people that are subscribed to this channel, you got the best treat on YouTube. You got the best treat on YouTube because the news is always obsessed with Trump. So it's going to be a nonstop barrage of content. There's probably going to be a time that I'm going to be using this channel more than the other channels because of how much news coverage they do. Excessive. You guys remember how they did that? Now, this is a breakdown here of how and why Trump won the New Hampshire primary. One of the reasons why Trump won the New Hampshire primary is because Nikki Haley is a flake. She's a charmer. She don't have a backbone. She's very beatable. But the interesting thing about her is that she's the cookie cutter candidate, and I believe that the Democrats and the Republicans are behind Nikki Haley, and they really want her to win. And I believe that they want Nikki Haley to win because Nikki Haley has some pretty well-paid tentacles around her. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
The results are in, and Donald Trump victorious in tonight's New Hampshire primary, beating Nikki Haley. But it wasn't the landslide outcome that some experts had predicted.
And John Hook is live in Nashville, New Hampshire tonight with reaction to tonight's results. And John, despite those results, Nikki Haley told her supporters she is staying in the race.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mark. I mean, the experts are often wrong. And even though some were saying maybe Donald Trump could have an Iowa-esque finish here, this was never the kind of electorate that would favor Donald Trump. It actually kind of leaned a little bit toward Nikki Haley and a moderate candidate.
It's amazing how they can say that this didn't favor Donald Trump when Donald Trump actually won. I mean, like to me, like that when these kind of things are said, it's bizarre. Do you guys ever ask these questions? Like they're sitting here saying how this electorate isn't for Trump and he won. Like it's too late. Like it's like a lot of times the mainstream media is very delusional and they're willfully delusional. Like they don't even try to hide it. A lot of times they just try to force their views onto you, and they really don't do anything to try to change. You know, they don't do anything to try to convince you. They just keep repeating the same thing. I mean, this dude is literally sitting up here talking gibberish. Make it make sense.
So she did well tonight, but let's get right to the numbers. Any way you slice it, it's a double-digit win for Donald Trump. He's at 55%. Nikki Haley at 44%. That's an 11-point swing with more than 75% of the vote in New Hampshire. If it weren't anyone but Donald Trump, that's a big win in politics. Double digits, that's a big win, and he looks to be cruising to the nomination. Now, New Hampshire voters today, they turned out. There was a lot of discussion about social issues. There was a lot of discussion about immigration, the economy. They turned out in big numbers. And this has really been a two-person race ever since Ron DeSantis dropped out earlier this week. It's Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. And right now, the party is coalescing around Donald Trump. The holdout is Nikki Haley. And Donald Trump will have to do something to try to bring.
Nikki Haley is going to, she's going to either, if it's left up to Nikki Haley, she will run this thing all the way through to the end. She could get beat 99% to 1 every single state that they go to. She will still think somehow she has a chance. She thinks she has a chance now. The reason to me why I believe that she has so much false confidence is because of whatever machine that it is that's backing her. Because there's definitely a machine backing her. Okay.
Bring her into the fold. Tonight may not do it. Nikki Haley, as you mentioned, Mark, vowing to continue on. This was what she said tonight.
I want to congratulate Donald Trump on his victory tonight. He earned it, and I want to acknowledge that. Now, you've all heard the chatter among the political class. They're falling all over themselves, saying this race is over. It's not over. Well, I have news for all of them. New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go.
She's going to run this through all 50 states. She's going to draw out her own destruction. It's amazing.
And the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
So Nikki Haley.
So now, is the next one South Carolina, or was Trump being serious? The next one is Nevada. Because that's wild if she said that's wild if she said that the next one is South Carolina and is actually in Nevada. That's crazy work. Shout out to Catsy. Catsy says, the problem we are facing is if Trump gets convicted of any criminal charge, he will be removed from the ballot. I got a feeling that something is going to happen, and somehow magically Nikki Haley is going to advance past Trump, which is why she's so confident and why she's not, quote unquote, going anywhere. She has to know something that everybody else doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? Or either she's just that obtuse, which could be a combination of both. But if you ask me, I think Nikki knows a little bit something that the rest of us are not privy to. You know what I'm saying?
Putting a good spin on it, but the map, frankly, does not favor her moving forward. Even in South Carolina a month from now, that's a state where she was governor and a popular governor there, but she is trailing Donald Trump in any poll you see there so far, and there hasn't been a lot, by 20 to 30 points. So you wonder if she will want to face kind of a humiliation there if those numbers hold. Now, Donald Trump, he spoke tonight as well. He took some shots at Nikki Haley.
Oh, what a great victory. But then somebody ran up to the stage all dressed up nicely. when it was at 7, but now I just woke up and it's at 14. But she ran up when it was 7.
Hey, that's hilarious that he said she ran up to the stage all dressed nicely, man. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. You think her campaign advisors told her to change up her swag a little bit? If y'all think her campaign advisors told her to change up her swag a little bit, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, then give me a thumbs down. Because for real, that's what's hilarious. That's why Trump made that comment about she ran up to the stage being dressed nicely. Somebody whispered some shit in her ear. You know what I'm saying?
And, you know, we have to do what's good for our party. And she was up and I said, wow, she's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win, she lost. And, you know, last week we had a little bit of a problem. And if you remember, Ron was very upset because she ran up and she pretended she won Iowa. And I looked around, I said, didn't she come in third? Yeah, she came in third. And then I looked at the...
Now, shout out to Black Spider. Black Spider says she just adores her whiteness, and so do they. Now, that might be the case, but what I was thinking along the lines of is that her just being and looking like a rude and unruly modern woman is just something that, to me, if she's trying to get some of these traditional voters or, you know, some of these old school people, nobody's going to vote for that. Nobody's going to vote for Nikki Haley yelling over everybody and your hands looking a mess and you being part of the front pants zip up crew. Nobody wants to, literally, as popular as that is and as bad as like Hollywood wants to force that on everybody, nobody wants that. Honestly, I don't even think other women want to see or deal with that. So they had to give her like a image rehabilitation. And when people have a image rehabilitation, a dramatic change from how they are when you first see them, it's very noticeable. Sometimes it can be kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? And so when they do that, if they do make a change like that, and you emphasize the fact that they've made a sharp change, it kind of is an attack on their ego, like they've admitted that there's something wrong and that they had to change some things. You see, she's not power walking with the front zip up pants. You know what I'm saying? Which is hilarious, because that was one of the things that I was focusing on when I was roasting her, because that, to me, is roast worthy. Those are those type of things that when people see that and they focus in on people, that right there is some kryptonite that you got to expose. You know what I'm saying? And people just let them get away with that. She's so down with the front pants crew that she was inspired by Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton is an OG front pants crew member. She the front pants crew captain. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was interesting that she went from being part of the front pants crew to wearing a dress. Somebody told her to get her act together if she wanted to have a chance of at least getting 4%. And because they were right, she listened. Unbelievable. The first time I've been shocked since we started talking about this stuff.
Polls, he was talking about most winnability, who's going to win, and I had one put up. I don't know if you see it, but I have one put up. We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden, almost every poll, and she doesn't win those polls.
Well, if you talk about how your opponents view you, The Joe Biden campaign tonight said that Donald Trump has all but locked up the Republican nomination and that this is going to be a fight again between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. They didn't mention Nikki Haley. They talked about Donald Trump. As for Joe Biden, as you know, he skipped New Hampshire, waging a write-in campaign here, and he did win tonight, but Dean Phillips actually came in at a pretty strong second. He outperformed expectations. The Minnesota Congress.
Dean Phillips came in second in a race where there was only two people. Hey, man, Dean Phillips came in second in a race where there was only two people. He came in second place and last place at the same time. What a talented guy.
Congressman who'd really been campaigning hard here, but Joe Biden wins it. He won't get any delegates out of here because they skipped this primary. For now, it looks like Trump v. Biden. We're going to get it again, guys. It looks that way.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, John, we just have to address the beautiful snow that's pouring down behind you. This doesn't look real.
It is real. We've taken a little cover here because we didn't want to get the gear wet, but it is snowing here. They expected this. It didn't hamper the voting at all. It actually started about 2 hours after the polls closed, but it's a typical New Hampshire January night. It's beautiful, and they love their first-in-the-nation primary status here. We'll see if it happens going forward because the Democrats skipping it this time, it puts kind of that on a little bit of shaky ground, and it's a lot of folks here feel pretty sad about that, actually.
Hey, look at all these immigrant flags at this place here. This is that 2024 election in New Hampshire. Interesting. All right, so now we're gonna talk about you. We're gonna talk about another modern woman, Fannie Willis. She got an old school name, but she doing new school stuff. And under most circumstances, I wouldn't be covering Fannie Willis. But we're going to cover her today. Let's see what she got to say over here.
You cannot expect Black women to be perfect and save the world. The Lord is completing us. We are not perfect. We need your prayers. We need to be allowed to stumble. We need grace. With that kind of support, we will move mountains and do Jesus' will. Stumbling all the way.
I don't know the context of that. Anybody know the context?
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free. So he was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify.
Shit won't even turn off.
Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at turbotax.com.
My bad. Man, that's crazy. When the encoding doesn't want to cooperate, it just doesn't cooperate. It just don't cooperate at all. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, cool. We got it. It stopped. Oh, okay. That was Fannie Willis's response to affair allegations. I don't understand. Was that an adequate response to? Did you commit an affair or not? So the question was, did you have an affair? That's the question, and this was the answer.
You cannot expect Black women to be perfect and save the world.
That was the answer to did you have an affair? That was the answer to did you have an affair? Did you have an affair? That would not be considered a coherent answer or a satisfactory answer. So now here it says Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis is reportedly set to testify in the divorce case of the special prosecutor she is accused of being in an improper relationship with. Now, here goes my question. How many people think that she was in this improper relationship? If you guys think that she was in an improper relationship, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to Katsy. And shout out to Brooklyn Queen for being a bot enforcer. Cassie says, sounds like a non-admission admission. When people don't answer a question directly, it's because there's something in their answer that they don't want getting out. That should be illegal. That should come with a criminal punishment when you respond to somebody like that. If you ask me, if I ran the world, there would be some serious hell to pay anytime you disrespected somebody by conducting yourself like that. That would be absolutely not allowed. You're going to answer the question, or else something else is going to happen against your will since you're not answering the question. You get to run around and give an opinion. Like this, it's just ridiculous the way that some people think certain things are all right. And the thing that's interesting about that is she's an attorney. So if somebody that she had on the stand, or somebody that she was dealing with in a criminal situation, if they answered a question like that, she wouldn't accept that answer. She wouldn't accept that answer, now would she? She wouldn't accept that answer at all. Willis was accused of being in an inappropriate romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, an attorney she hired to prosecute the election interference case against former President Donald Trump, in a motion filed on January 8th by Ashley Merchant, a lawyer representing former Trump campaign staffer Michael Roman. Roman was among 18 people charged alongside Trump last year with participating in a wide-ranging scheme to try to allegedly overturn the 2020 election result in Georgia. 4 of the people charged have pleaded guilty after reaching deals with prosecutors. Trump, Roman, and the others have pleaded not guilty, and Roman is seeking to have his indictment thrown out and to have Willis and Wade removed from the case. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that they will indeed remove Willis and Wade from the case? If you guys think that they will, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think that they won't, then give me a thumbs down. You guys think that they're going to remove them from the case? I don't know if they'll remove them from the case, but I think that this woman's career is it's a wrap. She's done. She's toast. It's over. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be hearing much from her. These prosecutors, these female prosecutors, are having a really bad year. You guys remember what just happened to that one in Baltimore? What was her name? The lady in Baltimore? We did a video about her. We talked about her on one of the episodes of The Laws. How many people like that series called The Laws? If you guys like that, throw some flames in the chat. You guys like The Laws? What's that lady's name from Baltimore? Things ain't going too well for her either. Why things going so bad for these people? The same day that Merchant filed the motion, lawyers for Wade's wife Jocelyn Wade, served a subpoena asking to question Willis in the divorce proceedings. Willis will appear in court in the divorce case on Monday, Fox 5 reported. Now, let me ask you guys a question. If this Fannie Willis issue is televised, is that something that you all want me to cover and live stream? If it is, let me know. If you watch it on the replay, let me know in the comment section. If I cover anything involving Fannie Willis, more than likely, all of that content will be on this channel. If you guys want me to cover that. Okay. So I'm trying to keep stuff organized so that it's easier to make your decisions of how you watch content or what you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Marilyn Mosby, that's it. Yeah. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen and shout out to Kiko. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Marilyn Mosby. Yep, that's her. Why do you guys think that these DAs are having such a bad time? They're getting wake-up calls left and right. Alvin Bragg is going to get his real soon. He's scared right now. He's shaking right now because he know when he comes, when his comes, it's about to come crashing down hard. When it comes for Alvin Bragg, man, it's gonna be something to see. And it is coming. It's on its way. Special delivery, like Amazon delivering it. All right, bet. I got you. Now, what I need you guys to do to help me out with that is if you all hear when it is or find out where it's going to be televised, please let me know. Either tag me in the link, put it in the Discord, do something. Let me know, okay? Speaking of the Discord, if you're not a part of the Discord, there's two things that you need to do. You need to follow me on Twitter with the link that the bot puts in the chat. And you need to join the Discord. That's important. So now here it says a spokesperson for Willis and an attorney for Jocelyn Wade have been contacted for comment via email. Willis' reported appearance comes after her attorney filed an emergency motion on Thursday seeking to quash the subpoena. The filing accused Jocelyn Wade of trying to obstruct the election interference case against Trump and others. The subpoena was sought in an attempt to harass and damage Willis' professional reputation, lawyer Sink Axum wrote in the filing, according to the Associated Press. It accuses Jocelyn Wade. Look at this. This is the accusations against her. It accuses Jocelyn Wade of having conspired with interested parties in the criminal election interference case to use the civil discovery process to annoy, embarrass, and oppress the district attorney, and that the attempt to question her is obstructing and interfering with the ongoing criminal case. Okay. This is a lot of stuff. Andrea Hastings, a lawyer for Jocelyn Wade, said they want to help her resolve her divorce fairly and privately, the AP reported. Axum wrote in the filing that Nathan and Jocelyn Wade have been separated for more than 2 years and that there is an absence of any relevant bias to question Willis. The filing didn't address whether Willis and Wade have been romantically involved. Willis' office has said they will respond to Merchant's motion in a court filing. Merchant's motion accuses Willis of engaging in an improper clandestine personal relationship with Wade. It alleged that he had been paid large sums and has used some of it to take Willis on trips to Napa Valley, Florida, and the Caribbean. The motion also questions his qualifications for the job. Now, what do you guys think about all this? What do you guys think about all this? This is some interesting stuff. This is some of the messiest stuff that I've ever seen in my entire life. Trump and this prosecutor. Like, these are the people that are supposed to be authority figures in the United States. That's a damn joke. Merchant's filing offered no evidence of the alleged relationship or trips that Willis and Wade had allegedly taken together, but cites sources close to the pair without elaborating. However, bank statements filed in the divorce case on Friday as part of the effort to compel Willis to testify how Wade had purchased airline tickets for himself and Willis on at least 2 occasions, according to the report. Willis defended hiring Wade and his qualifications while speaking during a service at a church in Atlanta on January 13th, but she has yet to address the allegations of having a romantic relationship. Now, why do you guys think that is? Probably still trying to figure out how to tell everybody that she did. You know what I'm saying? She probably still trying to sit there and tell everybody how she did. She's trying to figure out how to tell everybody how she did. So now here it says the Georgia Bureau of Investigation previously confirmed to Newsweek that it is not investigating the district attorney for alleged impropriety. Okay. So now you already know the New York Times is about to come with some stuff. Or not the New York Times, the New York Post. Okay. Shout out to AB. Everybody show AB some love. What's good with it, bro? They had to ask you what you brought from the what you brought to the table. What you bring to the table? All right, here we go. Let's see. Hold on. All right, so you guys see the title here, right? You guys see that title there? Fannie Willis accused of affair with Trump prosecutor vowed to not date staff in 2020. Now we probably gonna get a commercial here. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button while we're waiting for this commercial to play. Oh no, we didn't get a commercial. That's interesting. All right, let's look.
You know, we are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husband and wife. Sometimes there are outside relationships. I don't think that that's what the community is concerned about, although there, you know, there might be a moral breaking in that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you chose to have inappropriate contact with employees.
What y'all think about that? What's going on right there? Can we say a little bit of hypocrisy? Can we say a little bit of hypocrisy? If we can say a little bit of hypocrisy, give me a thumbs up. If we can't say a little bit of hypocrisy, then give me a thumbs down. A little bit of hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of hypocrisy. Just a little bit. A little bit of hypocrisy. She's out there doing a little bit too much too. Look at this. Look at this. LA mom boyfriend arrested after toddler found alone on docked speedboat. What's wrong with these people?
You know, we are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husband and wife. Sometimes there are outside relationships. I don't think that that's what the community is concerned about, although there might be a moral breaking in that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you chose to have inappropriate contact with employees. I mean, there's nothing that I can say on it other than it is distracting. It is certainly inappropriate for the #1 law enforcement officer in the state. And it really, really saddens me. And it will be very unfortunate if the taxpayers of this community have to pay for any of those lawsuits.
Well, and now it's 2024. And here we are. Hypocrisy. Facts, AB. Now, I got a question for you guys. Why is it that when asked if Kamala Harris is more dangerous than Trump, why would Nikki Haley not give an answer? Why would she just sit there looking like the Crypt Keeper instead of answering the question? We already got one Crypt Keeper. We don't need you to sit there and stare at everybody like the next episode of Tales from the Crypt coming on. Answer the question. Everybody wants to do stuff that nobody asked them to do. We already got a Crypt Keeper. Her mentor was Hillary Clinton. Facts, Catsy. I think one of her mentors was the Crypt Keeper too. You know what I'm saying? Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, who is accused of having a clandestine relationship with the special prosecutor she hired to bring charges against former President Donald Trump in his Georgia election interference case, promised in a 2022 interview that she would not sleep with her staffers. Willis is under fire for allegedly having a secret relationship with Nathan Wade, whom she appointed as a special prosecutor in the high-profile case in November of 2021 for a hefty salary a day before he filed divorce from his wife. Now, do you guys think that that's a coincidence? She's trying to boo herself up. I'm going to have this man paid. I'm going to take care of him. Modern shit. Here go this $500,000. I did this for you because I'm a career woman. You just messed up your career, woman. I will certainly not be choosing to date people that work under me, Willis said during an April 2020 appearance on the Patricia Creighton show while campaigning for district attorney. You already talking the wrong language if you're saying people work under you. These are people that get high off of their authority. She gets high off of her authority. You ever seen somebody stick a needle in their arm and their eyes roll into the back of their head and they just kind of nod out? Anytime she thinks of her authority like that, she does that. She had that Percocet lean. Her jaw starts sliding back and forth. She started rubbing her nose all weird every 5 seconds. Oh, power. You know what I'm saying? Slapping the inside of her arm. Trying to make a vein pop. That's old school right there. That's old school drug addict stuff. Trying to make a vein pop. So she can inject that in adrenaline rush. then your eyes just roll into the back of your head like Chris Tucker on Dead Presidents. You know what I'm saying? You just fall right on out the seat with the belt tied around your arm, trying to get that vein to pop up. That's what happened. She's in her career. The career is the chair, right? And she got the belt tied around her arm, and she finna slide off the side of it all slowly. You know what I'm saying? She done slid right off that chair, fall down on the ground with the belt still tied on her arm. Eyes rolled all into the back of her head. I was the boss. I was the boss. You remember on New Jack City, I was the beauty queen. Chris Tucker. What did Chris Tucker or what did Chris Rock say? What did Chris Rock say when that lady said that? I used to be a beauty pageant queen or something like that. What Chris Rock say when she said that? Well, you a trap queen now or something like that. What did he say on that part? She said, I used to be a beauty pageant queen. He said, you a trap queen now. Whoa, man. What did he say on that part, man? I can't remember. So now here it says we are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husbands and wives, and sometimes there are outside relationships. Yeah, that's not really a routine type thing. That's not something that you can qualify as this shit happens in society. This is something that's abnormal in society. What is this lady talking about? This woman is modern. She lives in a modern world. So, you know, sometimes people just have a husband, a wife, and a side bitch. No, that's not how it happens. That's not what's supposed to happen. That's not routine or common either. That's not just we just talk about that and then brush it off. It's not sometimes that's the option. Sometimes the option is to have a wife and a side bitch. No, it's not. The hell are you talking about? These women think that it's being empowered by being a side chick. That shit is crazy. Think about this. Women, a lot of women nowadays, these modern chicks, they think that being a wife is prison and being a side chick is a flex. What in the hell is wrong with you? Like, that's crazy. Oh, that's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah, shout out to Kiko. I used to be the prom queen. Now you're the prom fiend. Oh, he said now you're the prom fiend. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that was funny as hell, man. That part had me crying laughing. She said, I used to be the prom queen. And Chris Rock had that stupid ass smile on his face that he had before Will Smith smacked it off of him. And he said, now your ass the prom fiend. Oh man, that was so funny. Oh my God, that was hilarious, man. That was like some of the funniest shit Chris Rock ever did. Because Chris Rock ain't that funny to me, but that part right there, that shit was hilarious. So now here it says, I don't think that's what the community is concerned about, although there might be a moral breaking in that, she said. We are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husbands and wives, and sometimes there's outside relationships. No, that's not routine, and it's not something that just happens. Like, that's not something that's just, oh, this just happens. No, man, that's not how that works. What are you talking about? The majority of us do not move like that. The majority of us do not get down like that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you choose to have an inappropriate contact with employees. There's nothing I can say on it other than it is distracting. It is clearly inappropriate for the #1 law officer in the state, and that really saddens me, she said. Willis added it would be very unfortunate if the taxpayers of this community have to pay for any of those lawsuits. And now you sit up there looking like this. She like that. That's what she said. Look at you, right? Look at you. Look at you. Willis and Wade were first accused of having an improper relationship in a motion filed last week by Michael Roman, one of Trump's 18 co-defendants in Willis's Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act probe. Roman is filing accused Wade, a private attorney with Atlanta-based Wade and Campbell, of using some of nearly $654,000 in legal fees he was paid by the DA's office to take Willis on lavish trips. So he flew her out. These motherfuckers look like somebody out of a damn Tyler Perry movie and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if this shit happened. They're going to name the movie The Lawyers That Pray Together. They're going to get Morris Chestnut to play him. This story right here is going to be on Tubi next year. Shout out to PD That Remains. PD That Remains said, I found the link for that New Jack City scene with Chris Rock. Yo, did you watch it? That shit is hilarious. We're watching the making of a Tubi movie. We're watching the making of a Tubi movie. This situation right here will be at the top of the screen when you first log into Tubi under Black Cinema. Shout out to AB. Isn't it crazy? You always find out that somebody else owns a company that you like, and when you find out who owns them, it's some people that you don't like. Yeah, or Lifetime, Catsy. Or this will come on at 3 o'clock on BET. Corruption, scandal. What would they name this show? Insurrection. You know what I'm saying? That would be the name of it. You know what I'm saying? An underdog attorney who crosses all of the boxes. An up and coming staffer with an impeccable record. And a vile, ruthless former president who's willing to destroy anybody in his path to get back into the White House. From Tyler Perry Studios to your living room. Insurrection. Coming in 2025. Based on a true story. Seriously? Seriously. It's ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that this is actually the real world. It is a porn movie. Somebody was getting busted down. He flew them out. Fanny, what if somebody finds out? They're not gonna find out. Because we love each other. We both have our careers. We playing a dangerous game, girl. I take care of everything. My modern ass runs the office. That's what she told her. They laying on the beach. My modern ass. Oh man, my modern ass runs the office. Oh yeah, that's my modern ass runs that office. Oh man. She said objection. He said shit stained. Objection, Your Honor. Shit stained. Oh man. Woo-wee. I plead the fifth, but I'll take you to the sixth. You know what I'm saying? They got the candles burning back there, the curtain blowing in the wind, wine glasses, fruit on the ice, $600 in a suitcase, cocaine. You know what I'm saying? I'm the lead DA in Atlanta, Georgia. I can't be doing nothing like this. I can't be out here like this. Sniff this motherfucking cocaine, girl. It should be out your system in 3 days. You're going to have the time of your life. Okay. This shit about to have the worst actors in it. The worst actors. This gonna have a whole bunch of rappers that you ain't never heard of. Nigga, rappers right now, you know what I'm saying, that are actually in court for actual grimy shit because they can't afford to get no real rapper. Niggas with ankle bracelets, they're gonna have to bring the studio to them to record the soundtrack. This is about to be a hot damn mess. Now it's better when you Black Spider is better when you're sneaking. You don't kiss and tell now, do you? I tell people put their hands on the Bible every day. We done got ourselves in some shit, didn't we? Here go Fanny. Mm-hmm. They got the GQ Man of the Year award picture for this cat. Sitting up there in the pose like that, man. Now, I would be mad at the New York Post. Y'all trying to sit up there and say that I had an affair with somebody and you gonna choose the best picture of me that looked like I should be on the cover of the GQ magazine to put in there? Look, something going on right there with this whole thing. The face, Fannie Willis's face right there. You see how this dude right here, short as hell, this white dude. But you see how him and that black lady staring at them too? Something going on. She looks shell-shocked in this picture. She got the ooh Lord. She got the ooh Lord face. Look at that. Hold on real quick. Oh, you can't make the picture no bigger? All right. So now it says Willis is also accused of hiring Wade, despite him not being properly qualified or experienced in handling criminal matters. Wade's ex-wife, Jocelyn Wade, alleged in a filing with the Cobb County Superior Court on Friday that he tried to have their divorce records sealed immediately after he was hired by Willis' office to keep the breakup under wraps. I gotta hurry up and get this shit submitted by 5 o'clock so these motherfuckers don't find out. Well, hurry up. That's the last thing. That is the last thing. What's his motherfucking name? Hold on real quick. What's his name? What's old boy's name? Nathan Wade. That's the last thing I need, Nathan. That is the last thing I need for them to find out what we got going on. Ain't nobody gonna find shit out. Shut your ass up, Fanny. You'll be all right. Hot mess. Hot mess. Now it's on the cover of New York Post. She alleged that her former husband never told her that he was working for Willis on the Trump case or the exorbitant amount of money he was making from the gig. She said he was left with little means of financial support while joining the DA on trips to California, Florida, and the Caribbean. On Thursday, attorneys for Willis filed a motion to get her out of sitting for a January 23rd deposition in the Wade divorce case, claiming she wouldn't be able to offer relevant testimony since their marriage essentially ended in 2017 when Jocelyn allegedly cheated on Nathan. Jocelyn, what's up with this? So he's in a divorce because his woman was cheating on him. What's wrong with these people? Yeah, sniff this cocaine. It's the best. It's the best. It's pure. You know what I'm saying? It's professional. You do it, you know, and then do the little slick shit. You ain't never done that before. Let me help you. This is how you do it right here. She all starry-eyed and shit. I ain't never done no drugs like this. Nerd life. Nerd life. This is what nerd life would get you. Super nerds. You know what I'm saying? Super nerds making super money. And now they dealing with super consequences and looking super stupid. You know what I'm saying? On Thursday, attorneys for Willis filed a motion to get her out of a sitting for a January 3rd deposition in the Wade case, claiming she wouldn't be able to offer relevant testimony since their marriage essentially ended in 2017 when Jocelyn allegedly cheated on Nathan. Again, why are all these people nasty? Carla Lockhart said they are modern people. Man, they are. That's as modern as they come. It's as modern as they come. It's terrible, man. This is why people are so sick out here. Hey, shut up, girl, and sniff this. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to have a good time, and you sit up here worried. Here, take this. Calm me down a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, man. That shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. These supposed to be people that use good judgment. These people have proven that they don't have good judgment. If they saw one of us in the street, they'd act like they were looking down on something. The only thing they're going to be looking down on now is the cafeteria if they end up getting in trouble. It's the only thing they're going to be looking down on is the cafeteria. And you know what that means. You know what that means. So now here says Jocelyn's legal team responded by saying that Willis' assertion of the affair was false and argued that she was experiencing a profound sense of disconnection in her marriage due to earlier incidents of infidelity by Nathan Wade. Sources told the Post that the pair had been working together since at least 2019. The Fulton County Board of Commissioners also said on Friday it had launched a probe into whether Willis misused county funds and accepted valuable gifts and personal benefits from Wade. The Atlanta DA has until February 2nd to respond. She's going to respond right on February 1st at 11:59 p.m. These are the new modern nerds, Catsy. These are the new modern nerds. This is modern nerd life. This is modern nerd life. Man, this is hilarious. Wade, meanwhile, was back in court today for a hearing on the Georgia election interference case. Man, this is crazy, man. Trump on trial by this. This is wild. It's not very often that you get a story about black love and white supremacy all in one sitting. Those are some really talented people down there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the actors in that movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, players and pimps, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. You know your boy will be back with a few more. Make sure you got all the notifications hit. Make sure you're part of the Discord. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Twitter. All right? And I will catch you all on the next stream. All right? Peace.